Out of sight, out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, out of mind.
Hey guys, so for today's video, I am ranking all the Marvel movies in phases 1 through 3. I'm not including any of the new TV series on Disney Plus in this, it's just the first 23 movies. Okay, so the first thing to do is name the tiers. I think the top tier is going to be called A++. The second tier is going to be called A. The third tier, B+. The fourth tier, I'm gonna call it B. And then the last tier, I'm gonna call it C. So it's like a grade. The first movie on the list is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, so for me, this movie was just like okay. I really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy 1. But I feel like this movie needed like a better villain. Like the main villain was a planet. Like what? Like his dad ended up being a planet. And so I'm gonna have to put it in B. The second movie on the list is Ant-Man. Okay, when I first saw this movie, I did not expect to like it as much as I actually like it. And it's one of my favorite feel good movies. Like whenever I feel sad, I go to Disney Plus and I watch Ant-Man and it makes me feel better. And honestly, I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I think it's an A movie. The next movie on the list is Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, so I've been rewatching this movie a lot because of WandaVision. And a lot of my favorite lines come from Age of Ultron. One of my favorite parts is when Captain America's like language whenever Tony says a bad word. And I think it's hilarious. I think the humor in this movie is amazing. I love that Vision and Wanda were introduced together in this movie. However, I think overall it's a great movie. However, it doesn't live up to the other 3 Avengers movies. Like the other 3 are amazing and this one's like still really good, but it's just not like A++ level, you know? Then we have Avengers, the first movie. I think this movie is really good. I really like it. I really like that it develops a lot of the characters we already know more. I really like that we get to see them connect and talk to each other. It's really fun to watch, and I really like that this movie kind of like didn't start off the MCU because that was Iron Man, but started the Avengers. It's like it's the first Avengers movie, you know? Man and the Wasp. This movie's an okay movie. It's not a great movie. It doesn't. The villain is kind of weak in this movie. I feel like a lot of people don't like this movie as much. I find it entertaining, but it's not the greatest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's just like an average movie. There's nothing really special that stands out about it, which sounds really bad. The next movie on the list, we have Black Panther. I love Black Panther. The first time I saw it, I got obsessed with it. I went back to see it at least 3 times. However, it's not at the A++ level because there's better movies in the MCU that are in that level. So I'm just going to put it in the second level, which is A. Then we have Captain America, the First Avenger. Honestly, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for it. But this movie kind of bores me. Like, I don't know where to put it. Don't hate me, please. I'm sorry if it's your favorite movie. It kind of bores me. Yikes. The next movie is Civil War. I honestly believe Civil War should have been an Avengers movie. And I love how it's a Captain America movie and we still get to see his storyline and his plot. But we also see a lot of the other superheroes. We get to hear their voice and their opinions, which is really important because we're not just following Captain like blindly. But we get to make like a choice between the 2 teams that get separated, Iron Man and Captain America. Honestly, I was Team Iron Man. It included a lot of characters. That's why I think it should be an Avengers movie. but it also did follow like the plot of Captain America, and we got like a good conclusion out of that. But we also got a lot of like the other heroes and like their storylines, which is really good. The next movie on this list is Captain Marvel. Okay, I love the character Captain Marvel, like I love her, but the movie was so bad. I I've only seen it, actually, I've tried to watch it at least 7 times, and every single time I've fallen asleep. I know what happens because like whenever I wake up, I just go back to like whenever I fell asleep and I just like rewatch it, but I always fall asleep. I don't know why. And I love her character, but I just don't like what they did with her in the MCU because it feels like she just came in out of nowhere and we don't know her, and she's like the most powerful. That's not okay. We didn't really get like years of development with her. She was just there, already developed. And like I feel like the first movie tried to like give us that development, but it wasn't enough. I honestly think she should have been introduced a little bit earlier, and then like that we would have liked the movie more, and we would have like related to her more, and it would have been a lot better. Then we have Thor: The Dark World. I honestly don't like this movie very much either. I don't know, it didn't vibe with me. It was just not it for me. I'm sorry, but I've seen it a million times. I absolutely. Next movie on this list is Doctor Strange, and I love how he was introduced at first as like not a great person. He was kind of douchey, and then something happens to him, and now he's an amazing person. The movie overall is a really good movie, so I don't know where to put it. I'm between A and B plus. I'm gonna put it in A. I think it's a great movie. By the way, they're not in any order in the rank and like in their tier. So like, for example, in tier A, there's 4 movies. I don't have them in any order. They're all just like in tier A. Like they all get an A. The next movie on the list is Endgame. I don't even have to talk about it. Like, you know, best movie ever. Up there. Good talk. Next movie on this list is Thor Ragnarok. I really like this movie. It's hilarious. This is my favorite Thor movie. The first 2 Thor movies didn't really have a lot of humor in them, and I think that's just so sad because I think Thor is a hilarious character, and whenever they allowed him to be funny, that's when I started to like the character more. And now he's one of my favorite characters because of this movie, and then like in Endgame when he was like fat Thor, that's my favorite thing. Like, it's amazing. I love him so much now. The next movie on the list is the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like this movie. It's a very entertaining movie, and it's really different from the other ones because it's in space. And I feel like most of them, to this point, like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, we didn't have Captain Marvel. We didn't have a lot of like, I don't think we had any movies that took place in space. Like we had aliens coming into our planet, and it was mostly on Earth, but we never got to see space. I really love how they showed all the other species, and we got to see all the aliens and like other people from all different planets, and I really enjoyed that. This movie gets a B plus for me. The next movie on the list is my least favorite MCU movie ever, The Hulk. Okay, where to begin? This movie, first of all, we don't even have the same actor playing the Hulk now. Like the actor that plays Hulk now is so much better. And I really didn't vibe with this movie when it first came out. Like I remember watching it when I was like super little when it came out, but I didn't like it. It was really boring. I didn't understand the point of it really. And I really like the Hulk now. Like he's a good character. But like in the beginning, The next movie on this list is Iron Man 3. I always get Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 confused because they're so similar and the villains are kind of the same. I'm gonna have to look this up. Give me a second while I Google which one's which. Okay, Iron Man 3, that's the one where they did that weird thing with the villain where it wasn't really him and it was just an actor, and I really hated that because in the comic book, that's a great villain. So that was just like a cheap like way out of doing that villain, and I really don't like that movie because of that. The next movie on this list is Iron Man 2. This movie is a little bit better than Iron Man 3 in my opinion, because we get introduced to Black Widow in this movie. We get to see a lot of things. We get that scene of him just like in the donut chilling, and he's like, and I just think that's hilarious, and that's my new dream in life, just to sit on top of a donut and just take a nap there, you know, while eating donuts. That will happen one day. Also, he's dying in this movie. He's trying to figure out how to not die. He's really emotional and stuff, and I really like that we get to see that part of him. Like, we get to see him scared. And I know that sounds horrible, but, like, I like that. And the next movie on this list is the first Iron Man movie. This movie started the MCU. This movie is amazing. It deserves to be in the A++ category. I really like how we get to see his development throughout all of the movies, but in the first movie specifically, we have a lot of character development. We start the movie with him being like this awful like playboy douchebag billionaire, and we end the movie with him actually caring about the people that work in his company and being a better person. And that scene at the end when he says, "I am Iron Man," that is the most iconic scene ever. The next movie in this list is Infinity War. This receives an A++ for me. I feel like I'm putting way too many movies in A++. Can you tell I love Marvel? Most of the movies are going to be an A++. I wish my teachers graded like this. Most of the kids A++, then A, then B, then less B's, then even less C's. That would be great. What was I saying? Yeah, Infinity War. Infinity War is a really good movie. I really like how fast-paced it was. The only complaint I have is that I had to wait a whole year to know what happened. Like, no, like, that's awful. They killed half of the characters, and then they made me wait a whole year. It was so annoying. I wanted to watch it right away. Infinity War and Endgame should always be watched together. The next movie on this list is Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought this was an amazing movie. I really like that we get to see Peter Parker be sad and mourning Iron Man. And I really like, and I think this was a great movie to just end the third phase in. It's like a bittersweet goodbye to everyone that died in Avengers Endgame. And then we get to see him try to move on and try to find his own way without Tony. And it's just, it makes me so sad. But, like, I love it. It's a great movie. The next movie in this list is Homecoming. This movie is really great. A++. It's honestly one of my favorite movies. I don't know if it's because the characters are more close to my age that I can just relate to them more. That's probably it, but I really relate to a lot of the characters in this movie, and I really love it because of that. The next movie on this list is the original Thor. I honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. It's between B+ and B. Like, it's not a great movie, but it's an okay movie, and I enjoy watching it, and I can get through it, like all of it. That's why it's not in the C category. I'm gonna put it in B+. The last movie on this list is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Honestly, again, Captain America, a lot of his movies are really boring for me. The only one that I found interesting was Civil War. And that's probably because there was a lot of action and a lot of characters. And I can honestly say whenever I have marathons, I don't skip these two. The only movie that I skip whenever I have a marathon is the Hulk. But I do get bored watching the Captain America movies and all the movies in the C category. I feel bad for saying that. But every other movie in this in the MCU is amazing. And I like Captain America. I do like watching his movies. I just think they're a little bit boring. But I still watch them and I still enjoy them. And I'm always going to love him and love the movies and love the whole MCU. And I already finished WandaVision. I'm really excited to start watching the next show. It comes out on Friday. Yeah, today's the 18th. It comes out tomorrow. I pre-film a lot of my videos. That's why I'm filming really early. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe. Whenever I reach 100 subscribers, I decided that I was gonna do another giveaway. So be sure to stay for that.